welcome back to the channel. We're an adventure with Nick and Rachel, and we bring you the best places to hike and explore in the southeast and more. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of our adventures. Today we're in the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area in Atlanta, and we are doing the East Palisades Trail. It's a 4-mile round trip trail, and we get to see a really cool bamboo forest. So let's go check it out. This trail actually had a lot to offer, from the views to a variety of cool plants and relaxing river sounds. So come along with us and enjoy the trail.
So when was the last time we were hiking in Atlanta? It's like been several years, right?
Yeah, we did like a little waterfall, Cascade Springs.
Yeah.
Cascade Springs Nature Preserve.
There was like a Civil War battleground there. You could see like little bunkers in the ground.
Yeah, like the trenches.
Like the trenches, I mean. Yeah, and the little bitty waterfall. It was kind of interesting.
It's always so strange, like hiking in Atlanta.
And the Dawes Head Trail.
And Dawes Head Trail, because you'll be like in the city. You hear the road noise, and then you're just surrounded by trees and nature. It's super cool.
This is what Atlanta would look like if we didn't chop down all the trees and build a concrete jungle. Look at that, that's nuts. How big that? It's huge.
It's not a weekend, so it's not.
My buddy Metro that we've done a few videos with, he comes up here all the time. He does he's done all these trails multiple times. So yeah, so now we're finally checking it out, see what everything's about, and check out this bamboo forest.
We would love to know if you have any suggestions for some cool, unique places we should check out in the metro Atlanta area. Let us know in the comments below. Fun fact about the Chattahoochee River is that it has been inhabited, the banks of the river have been inhabited since at least 1000 BC, so very, very long time. And there's been at least 16 indigenous communities that have inhabited the banks of the river, and it was their main source of food and travel and spiritual guidance. Now though, the Chattahoochee River provides 70% of Metro Atlanta's drinking water. So that's kind of...
And we get our drinking water from
the Ocmulgee.
So yeah, we're all, I think the Chattahoochee at some point runs near the Ocmulgee or into it maybe.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Does? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we're all drinking the same water.
Our
Yeah.
watersheds combine, and then...
The South River, Ocmulgee and all that.
The river,
yeah.
all those.
So yeah, anyway, it's interesting.
And they converge in the Altamaha River, and then they flow down into...
What, Savannah area?
163 miles into the Atlantic Ocean. So the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area covers 48 miles along the Chattahoochee River in the Metro Atlanta area. There is a $5 parking fee, but if you have the America the Beautiful Pass, that allows you to get into national parks and recreation areas and covers that fee to get in here and to park. So if you have that, you don't have to worry about paying that pass. But if you don't, there is a $5 fee to park. But if you live in the Metro Atlanta area, so far this is a really great place to come out and get some exercise without having to drive to the North Georgia mountains or like down to state parks in middle South Georgia. This is a pretty cool area that we've noticed so far. If you're looking for more awesome places to check out in Georgia, check out our Georgia playlist on our channel after this video. We've seen some pretty cool places.
But the weather seems like it's about to change and looks like it's about to storm. So let's take shelter under these rocks.
I think these are Palisades.
These rocks?
Yeah, I think that is
what...
what...
Let me back up a little bit so I can see it good.
There's like rocky, cliffy overhangs.
They're massive. They're pretty big. Look at that. So that's what a palisade is?
I think so. Wasn't able to get a super clear answer, but that's what it looks like when I Googled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. These are called mayapple. They are pretty poisonous, so they do produce a fruit. That is the only thing that's not poisonous on the plant, but it has to be fully ripe. And so if you're picking the fruit or anything like that, make sure it's fully ripe. And you should probably wear gloves and stuff because the leaves are poisonous and so are the unripe fruit.
Does it produce a flower later on in its life cycle, or?
Yeah.
What color is it?
It's white. white.
It's white.
And it kind of grows on the underneath of the leaves.
Okay, well.
See, that one has a fruit.
Yeah, it does. So you left out what that thing tastes like, apparently. We've never tried them, but...
The ripe fruit is like a golden color. May have some like pink tinges to it, but they say that they taste like a ripe pineapple and starburst mixed. So, sounds really tasty.
I ain't gonna ever risk something like that just because my body's sensitive to certain things. Like, it just depends on what it is. I might start freaking out if I eat something like that. I start feeling weird, like itchy tongue or something. I'm not willing to risk it.
Has done foraging for a long time tell me that is ripe, you can eat it.
Yeah. So please do not eat any of this stuff. It's cool to know, like, we have the knowledge of looking at that kind of stuff sometimes and like, hey, that's this. But even though we know that's what it is, like, a lot of times we're not even going to mess with it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not 100% confident.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So unless you got like a coach like Rachel was saying, or you've been doing this your whole life, then don't mess with it. So we got to this little section. You see how like big these leaves are on this tree? They're like massive compared to all the other leaves around. So I was asking Rachel, I wonder what that thing's called. So we looked it up. What is it called? It's a perfect name.
An umbrella magnolia.
It's perfect, ain't it? I don't think I've ever heard of a better name. Look how big this leaf is. Put your hand up there, Rachel, so I can see how, like, show how, like, size comparison. It's just massive.
Eastern United States, Appalachian.
That's interesting that I don't see them more often. You know what? That might be the same thing that we found in Fall Creek Falls. Remember that gigantic leaf? I wonder if that's the same tree.
Probably. Yeah, they're like scattered. You hear the noise, or the lack thereof, of cicadas. I'm so happy to not get dive bombed by those freaking bugs.
I had one yesterday. It came up and flew right into my face, and I swatted it. I was like, pow! And I hit it, and Rachel's like, what are you doing? She thought I was trying to throw one at her. It just hit the ground and started screaming.
I don't know. The other day, I thought I was going to go crazy. I was like, one more of these things touches me.
It's funny how, like, we only came up like an hour and 20 minutes from where we live north, and you can't even hear yourself think. We hear them through the walls in our house. There's so many.
Yes, they are so loud. Every step you take out of the house, they're just like boof, 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 boof. Like
crazy how everywhere. they're not here.
Thank you for watching until the end. Your support through watching, liking, and commenting really helps our channel grow. We appreciate you being part of our little community.
So creepy.
Hello, peekaboo.
We walked down here to the river, and I swear, I thought them people out there were stuck on that log. So they're out in the middle of the river.
They're laughing.
They're laughing and playing and stuff. So I guess, and it looks like that one girl's sitting in a chair. So I didn't know that you could walk out there. So, yeah, and they got their bathing suits on. So that's pretty crazy. They're just out there sitting on that log. I thought it was a lot deeper than out there than it was.
As we're coming up on the bamboo forest, you would never know that this picturesque scene hides a surprising truth. The bamboo, though mesmerizing, is not native to Georgia. Introduced decades ago, it has since spread far beyond its intended boundaries, creating a fascinating yet controversial presence. The bamboo forest is undeniably beautiful, but it also serves as a reminder of the delicate environmental balance and unanticipated effects of importing non-native species. Because of its quick growth and capacity to outcompete native plants, bamboo is a threat to the biodiversity of the area. However, the beauty and tenacity of this towering forest is easily captivating for all who wander through. The sound of the rustling leaves and creaking stalks tells a tale of adaptation and survival, demonstrating the amazing ability of nature to flourish even in the most unlikely settings. In the heart of Georgia, the bamboo forest stands as a paradox of beauty and ecological disruption. It challenges us to appreciate its beauty and consider how crucial it is to maintain the organic balance of our native landscapes. This unique forest invites reflection on our role in preserving the environment, reminding us that even the most beautiful additions can have unforeseen consequences.
almost like we just walked into Asia or something.
Yeah, it's so weird how we're just walking through regular Georgia forest and then just boop, bamboo forest.
Bamboo. That's some big bamboo too. Like, try to put your fingers around it. You can see all the new shoots like I was talking about. Rachel, you show. You see people are just like kicking them all over. I'm gonna head this way. So I know like all this stuff is invasive anyway. It's not supposed to be in Georgia or in America for that matter. But this has turned into like a little hidden gem in Atlanta. Look at that little mushroom just growing on the tree right there. Dude, we've seen that at the same time. That is cool. I'm glad we got to come check it out. This place is pretty neat. And it looks like it's about to pour down rain, so we probably need to wrap it up soon.
This bamboo forest is a great example that you don't have to travel far or spend a fortune to experience something truly unique. Hidden gems can be found right in your backyard, often overlooked and waiting to be discovered. Sometimes the most remarkable experiences are just a short drive away, offering a refreshing perspective on the familiar landscapes we think we know so well.
God, oh God. Don't let that go near me. Oh my gosh.
They're usually pretty nice, so I don't know about this one.
Well, obviously not. He's trying to get ya.
She ain't gonna bite. And if she did, she ain't got no fangs. See, look.
Nick.
You see how, like, I'm just trying to prove a point. Like, even my foot right there. You see how she don't want to bite?
Sure.
I'm gonna probably pick her up in a second, put her back off trail so no one messes with her, but I just wanted to get a good look at her.
That was the East Palisades Trail to the bamboo forest. This was really cool to see, a good final spot to sit by the river and enjoy the bamboo forest next to the flowing river. It's really beautiful. The trail was pretty easy if you stay on the right trail and don't go down that one that was like super steep that we did. But it was very easy, a perfect place to come in Metro Atlanta if you're ever in the area. Thank you guys for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on the next adventure.